Good morning. My name is Kat, and I will be guiding you through this practice for today. I encourage you to get into a really comfortable position, whether that means you're lying down on your back or you might choose to be seated. But I want you to find a place where it feels really comfortable for you, which might mean before we settle, you might encourage a little bit of wiggling, a little bit of awareness, or maybe you're just like, whew, let it go. What is it we learn when our body stills? When we close our eyes and we start to notice sensations, what is the communication and language that we have within this inner world? Maybe we give ourselves permission to just be. Notice the natural ebb and flow of the breath. How receptive we are to this moment. How does the body feel right now? Does it feel rested? Is there tension? Physical, mental. Just tap into the source of sensation. Maybe you're sending some awareness into the physical body to soften. So places like the jaw can unhinge, maybe space between the lips and the teeth. Maybe you're relaxing through the neck or the shoulders, the chest, the belly, the hips, legs, all the way down to the soles of the feet. And as you're scanning the body with your mind's eye, notice how when the focus is drawn in a direction, the grasp of tension within the brain maybe unclenches just a little bit. Focus can give us a sense of ease. So maybe we focus on the breath. And as you inhale and exhale, you just notice the natural breath. It could be high, it could be low. And if it feels right for you, start to encourage that breath to lengthen. And what does it feel like for you to take in just a little bit more air? Maybe it feels like the first deep breath of the day. There's this stretchiness, this expansion that happens as you take air and let it circulate around the heart space. And if you like to create an ujjayi breath, an ocean breath, that little contraction within the back of your throat and this almost like this inner humming. It's a closed mouth ah on the inhale and a closed mouth ha on the exhale. Maybe that feels right and soothing for the soul, for the body. Give yourself just another 2 breaths and linger in the sensations of expansion from within. And if you are seated, I encourage you, we'll all make our way onto our backs. So just drawing those knees in towards the chest, letting the knees rock side to side. You can keep those eyes closed, and I encourage you to circle at the ankles. This is something, if you ever take a moment first thing once you wake up and you feel drawn to it, this can be just a beautiful organic practice just to wake the body up before plunging into the day. So you can just take your time to circle the knees out and around a few times, opening up the hips, going into that breaststroking action. You can press the legs straight up towards the ceiling. You might even choose to extend the arms and extend the legs to find a full, long stretch of the body. I talk about this curiosity that we have, this inner curiosity. When we're a kid, we ask the why. Why does this happen? And we ask a lot of people. We don't accept the first answer. We continue to ask and to wonder. As we grow, we, I think, take things as fact when the world is unknown. So I want you to continually ask why and to remain curious about your inner world. Give yourself another breath or 2. And then we're going to take that right knee, bring it into the chest, and drop the left foot down so that the sole of the foot is planted down on the mat. And I want you just to cradle that right knee into the chest, let it rock side to side, recircle out the ankle if you hadn't before, or even if you have. Just see what that feels like. And then slowly release the right hand to the right side of the mat. Left hand is still on that right knee. Let both knees cross over to the left side. So you're giving yourself a twist right here with staggered knees. Of course, if you want to stack them or do something different, you go for it, because this is your practice. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Slowly letting those knees lift up. Just extend that right leg up to the sky and straighten the leg as much as it feels comfortable. Hands can interlace behind the back of the right leg, behind the hamstring, the back of the knee. As an option, you can extend that left leg down the mat. It might feel better being bent. And I want you to imagine you're trying to find space within that left hip and within the back of the right leg. So it's almost like you're trying to reach the legs away from each other. Relax the shoulders, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, extend that right leg down. Maybe it feels like there's just a hint more space on the right side. And then bend both knees, right foot on the mat, left knee comes into the chest. Interlace your hands on top of the left shin. Rock it side to side. Notice even the difference between the right and left side. Notice if you created some extra tension in the jaw. Do you need it? Maybe not. Let it go. Release the left hand down to the mat. With the right hand, help to create this twist by dropping the knees over to the right side. Now, as you do this, again, you can stack those knees. You can find a different position if that feels best for you. It's okay if that left shoulder is off the mat. No biggie. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly let those knees lift up and then extend that left leg up to the sky. Interlace hands behind the back of the leg. Option to extend the right leg. And imagine you're being pulled from the right toes as your hands are trying to bring that left leg in towards the chest. Find that place of expansion without going beyond our range of motion. Take one more deep breath in, inhale. And on your exhale, slowly release the leg down to the mat. Open up your arms into a T formation. Legs are extended down. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, you're going to take the left leg, bring it up to the sky, and the right hand is going to come up to meet it. Now the head and shoulders can come off the mat to extend and find some core strength. On your inhale, release the leg and arm down. On your exhale, right leg, left hand come up to meet, head, shoulder can lift up. Inhale, release down. Exhale, right hand, left leg, reach. And inhale, release down. We're gonna switch right leg, left arm, and inhale to release. Keep going, switching side to side. Now, you could go at this pace that we're going at, nice and slow, reach and release, and reach and release. We have 15 more seconds. If you choose to go a little faster, notice how the body reacts as we go faster. How the body has this way that habit comes in for our last 5, 4, 3, and 1. Come back into center, hug those knees in, rock it side to side. Now release hands from the legs. Keep your knees stacked above the hips. Your feet are flexed at 90 degrees, knees at 90, hips at 90. Press your lower back into the mat. Now, having this connection, you might stop and be like, this is good. I feel connected. I feel secure. If you want more, bring your hands to the front of your thighs. You're going to push the thighs into your hands. You're going to push your hands into the thighs. You're going to press your lower back into the mat without adding any tension in the neck and shoulders. And we're going to hold this here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees into the chest, rock it side to side. All right, we're going to come back into that thigh and hand connection position. So the knees are stacked above the hips, ankles at 90, knees at 90, hips at 90. Relax the shoulders down and back, hands to the front of the thighs. We're going to stay here for about 5 seconds, pressing hands into the thighs, thighs into the hands. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to extend your arms and extend your legs. Now the head can stay down or head can lift if you need some additional support. And then we're going to bring those hands and thighs together in that starting position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend, head can lift if you want more connection. And then hands to thighs, thighs to hands. And then extend. Yeah. And hands to thighs, thighs to hands. Now you might choose to go a little faster. We're going to go for 30 seconds. Or you might stay at this pace. Slower or faster, life is made out of tempos. We're not always going the same speed. It's just like being on the highway. Sometimes there's traffic and we need to slow down, be cautious. And other times we can go whoosh, straight through, smooth sailing. So what is it your body is calling for today? How much connection can you get down into this position? In life, there's no such thing as an exercise or an asana that's too easy. We can always add more depth and level to anything that we're doing. That creates healthier foundation for our last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees into the chest. Now you have an option here. Hands behind the backs of the knees. You can rock forwards and backwards, or you might choose to roll off onto your side. And maybe you rock and roll a few times if that feels good for your spine. And we'll come up into a seated position once you feel comfortable. And once we're here, notice what it feels like to be in this position. You can just let the head rock side to side. And as you rock the head side to side, you can choose to add in a couple circles if it feels okay for you, or you can just keep it like a pendulum from side to side. We're going to interlace the hands in front of the chest, and we're going to press those hands forward, press the upper back away. Little mini cats and cows. Inhale, come to center. So we press the hands to the chest, maybe the chin lifts. And on your exhale to round, press the hands away. Inhale, come back to center, open up the chin, the chest, and exhale to round. And one more time. Hands are going to come up towards the ceiling. Release the fingers, circle out the wrists. From this position, start to let there be a little bit of a reaching, like we're trying to reach, a little bit of this organic side to side motion. Lateral extension, so you can get a big stretch behind the back of our shoulder blades. Now, if the reach doesn't feel good, if shoulders are having any kind of tension, you can do it even more from this goalpost position, so you can maintain awareness from within our shoulders. And then we'll come to center, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So you can cross that left hand all the way over to the right knee, or you can keep it on the same side. I personally switch. I try the both, see what feels right. Can you lift up through the crown of the head while relaxing the jaw? And notice where the neck is. So we know that our aim is to look behind that right shoulder. Does that feel right for your neck for today? Now take a deep breath in. And out. Inhale, come on back to center, arms stretch up. And then on your exhale, twist to the opposite side, to the left. Now again, that right hand could stay on the right knee or cross. It changes the way we feel the stretch. Does that feel healthy for you? Again, what's happening with the neck? Can you imagine that you're lifting up through the crown of the head? On your next inhale, come on back to center. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. Just connect to what brought you here today. Connection, community, navigating this new space, this new world. Maybe we let that be the fabric on which we rest our practice. Or maybe we see how things evolve and change. Life is not constant. There's changes and ebbs and flows. We move with it and adjust. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, plant those hands to the front of the mat. Let those feet go back. Come into tabletop position. And from here, we're going to lift that tailbone, open up the heart space. And on your exhale, round the back. And as you round the back, press your hips back towards your heels. Let the forehead come down either to hands or down to the ground. Find child's pose. From child's pose, I want you to just shift gently side to side within your hips. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And out. Knowing you can come here anytime you need to. Find your connection right here. Maybe eyes stay closed or soft focus. As you inhale, press yourself up, tabletop position. Tuck your toes, press those hips back and up. Come into your downward facing dog. Now in this down dog, you can practice some different kinds of movements. So we know to pedal our feet. Maybe you walk your feet forward a little bit and see how that changes where you feel it. Maybe you walk the feet back a little bit. Again, notice how the movement changes, how we feel the connection within our body. Adjust and shift and just become aware. Take a deep breath in and out. Now, I want you to bend your knees and bring your belly to your thighs. So it's almost like we're gonna hop forward. This is position one. Take a deep breath in right here and exhale. Inhale, press yourself forward into your plank, roll forward. And on your exhale, press yourself back into that super soft down dog, belly to thighs, bend those knees. Inhale forward into your plank. And exhale, press back. So this can be done, inhale on your knees. And exhale, press back. So we're doing it from knee plank or from our little power puppy. Inhale forward. Exhale, press back. So find the range that feels right for you. 2 more times, forward and back. And last time, inhale forward, pause here. Pause in your plank. Now tuck the pelvis, press the ground away with your hands, push into your upper back, relax the jaw. Shake out the head, yes and no. Take 2 more breaths. And out. 1 more breath. And out. Knees to option is there for you if you need to. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly releasing down towards the mat. Come onto your belly. Squeeze those glutes. Press down with the shoelace part of your feet. And on your inhale, head, shoulders lift up. Now from this position, maybe move the neck. See what it feels like to have some more opening within the neck, the shoulders. Take 1 more breath, flare the nostrils. And on your exhale, release down. Inhale, press up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Get your feet together at the back of the mat. And on your inhale, we're going to take that right leg, reach it up to the sky. Now on your exhale, hug the knee into the chest, roll forward into your 3-legged plank. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, hug it into the chest. 1 more time, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it into the chest. Now step that foot towards the front of your mat. Slowly taking your time, rooting into that left hand, let that right arm sweep up to the sky. Now, notice if the body has changed positions, can you drop the hips down? Do you need more support by dropping that left knee down? Dealer's choice. Start to circle out the right shoulder and arm, creating some space within the ball and socket. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, slowly release that right hand down. Take and step left foot forward to meet the right forward fold. As an option, you can grab onto opposite elbows. You can bring elbows to the thighs, coming into a more supportive position. Wherever you are, shake the head out, yes and no. Maybe wiggle your toes and say, thank you, feet. Thank you, body, for everything that you've done to this point. You're here right now. Thank you. Take one more deep breath in and out. Now bend those knees, hands to thighs. Inhale. We're going to roll up to standing. As we do, circle and sweep those arms up to the sky. Palms come together, sweep them behind the back of the head. Bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, find your back bend right here. If you need to, you can always relax fingers to the sides of the head if this feels too intense for shoulders. Relax the jaw, take one more deep breath in and out. On your inhale, arms reach up to the sky, and on your exhale, hinge down through the center, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins and come into a halfway lifted position. Hips, shoulders, head, everything is in this one aligned position. On your exhale, release down. Hands to the ground, step your feet to the back of your mat, come into your plank. Notice how you transition. In this plank position, can you soften the elbows a little bit? Can you tuck the pelvis a little bit more? Can you soften the jaw? Now your feet could be together at the back of your mat. That makes it more challenging. Or if you need more support, open up the feet wider. You need more support, come down onto your knees, right? Smile. Not because we have to, but because our attitude changes what we do, how we move through this world. Take one more breath. On your exhale, high plank. Come on down all the way. We're going to do one more time, coming into our baby cobra, or you can do something different. Inhale, lift head, shoulders up. Slide those shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you look side to side or circle out the neck. On your next exhale, release head, shoulders down. Push through the palms, push through those toes. Inhale, press up, tabletop. Exhale, press back, down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. On your exhale, hug the knee into the chest. Roll forward, three-legged plank. This can also be done from three-legged tabletop. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. And exhale, bring it into the chest. One more time, inhale up. And exhale into the chest. Drop that foot to the front of your mat, finding your lunge. Again, right hand hooks into the ground. Right knee can release if you choose. Left arm spirals up to the sky. If that feels good for you, start to circle out the shoulder. Nice. Push the ground away with that right hand. One more deep breath in. And then on your exhale, release that left hand down. If you have that right knee dropped, lift it, and then step right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. Take a deep breath in and out. Bend those knees, inhale, full motion, reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches up and over. Pressing into both feet. On your inhale, flower those arms up. Exhale to the opposite side. Inhale up. And exhale, tip over towards that right side. Inhale up. And exhale over to the left. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Palms together, swing them behind the back of the head. Bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, broaden the chest. Take a deep breath all the way to the top of the heart space. And out. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, sink into our chair. Hold into our chair, Utkatasana. Notice what it feels like for you to relax shoulders away from ears. Stay down low. Now shift the weight over to that left foot, excuse me. The right foot taps out to the side. There it goes. And then we bring it back in. Now shift over to the right, left foot. And then bring it back in. Right foot taps out and in. And left foot and in. So as you do this, I want you to focus when you transition between the two. How does the body shift? A lot of times we're like, whoa, we got this. Can you maintain this kind of solid position, nice and low? Can you embrace the quads? Can you push ever so slightly into the lower back? Amy, I love it. You look like you're like staying alive. I love it. Move over, John Travolta. Here comes Amy. Right? I love it. I love it. And have fun. Be curious. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. Like literally nothing. Safe container. Yes. I like those arms, Erin. Yeah. Good. Soften the brow. Yeah. There's no stress. No worries. Okay, we have 10 seconds left. Get down as low as you can. Maybe go a little faster. Ooh, I like that little. And for so many of you, if I just look at the top half of you, it hardly looks like you're moving, which is amazing. Okay, come back into center. Press to come up. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hinge down through the center. Find your forward fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the earth. Step your feet to the back of your mat. Come into your plank. Now from this plank position, tuck the pelvis, draw those abs in. We're gonna find a side plank. So the heels are gonna go over to the left. Left hand roots into the mat. Right arm reaches up. Either way, we have a 50-50 shot. We're gonna do it back to back, so it's all good. Now you can drop down onto that bottom knee, or if you feel wild and crazy, maybe that top leg lifts. We become what my daughter says, Mama, we're X's. Yes. Slowly release right hand down, release that top leg down, come back into center plank. Let's just switch on over to the other side. Notice the two sides, one after the other. Push that right hand into the ground, tuck the pelvis, lift those hips up higher. Do you want to let that left leg float up? Ooh. Bad tuchus. Slowly release it down. Coming into our plank, take a deep breath in. Exhale, high plank to low plank, halfway down or all the way. Inhale to your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Take 3 breaths. Maybe you want to come into child's pose, or maybe you want to just stay in down dog, dealer's choice. 2 more breaths. Last breath. We'll all meet in our downward facing dog when you're ready. Get your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep that right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, stack right hip on top of left. Now I want you to imagine that right hip is lifting higher. So lift it up a little bit higher. Maybe you come up higher on the left toes to facilitate it. On your inhale, neutralize the hips. Extend that right leg back, long line. Exhale, step the foot towards the front of your mat. Coming into your lunge, we're gonna find crescent lunge. So sweep those arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, we're gonna take our hands and we're gonna cross them to the right of the right knee. Yeah. Okay. Inhale, we're gonna come up, lift that left knee up. Exhale, cross to the left of the left knee. Inhale up, step that left foot back. Exhale, cross right to right. Inhale up. And exhale, cross left of left. Inhale up, step that foot back. Exhale, cross right of right. Inhale up. And exhale, cross left of left. So you could stay going nice and slow, or you could go a little faster. Whatever feels right for you. And we're gonna do it for 30 seconds more. So this is about the quality of movement. It's about finding balance. Yeah. How do you land your feet? How do you move your body? How do you transition from point A to point B? You're already through 15 seconds, now 20. You have 10 seconds. How do we have fun when something feels like work? For our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, can you meet me in our crescent lunge? Step that left foot back, bend into that right knee. Now, we're gonna take and bring our hands in front of our chest. You're gonna sweep the hands over to the right ear, and then we're gonna bring the hands behind the back, sweep it over to the left, and come down in front. So we sweep right, behind, left, in front. Just 2 more times, circle around. I can feel sand in my shoulders. I haven't even been to the beach. Now we're gonna stay here right in that center and then reach those arms up to the sky. Find that little hint of a back bend, feel proud. Now on your exhale, let's release those hands down and broaden those arms back. From this position, we're gonna find airplane. So shift forward, let that torso hinge down, left leg lifts up. Can you get that left hip to dial down? Left toes to dial down. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, bend that right knee. We're gonna step back warrior 2. So the left toes open up, left side of the mat, spiral those arms open. See if you can bend deeper as an option into that right knee. Is it pointing to the front of the mat? If it's not, and it feels like there's tension in the hips, dial the left toes in. We shift when it doesn't work. We find the wind. On your inhale, reach that right hand up to the sky. Now option, arm can extend. Option, hand can go behind the back of the head. It's one of my favorites. Feels good. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, we're gonna come on in, warrior 2. And on your exhale, right hand comes down, left arm sweeps to the front of the room. Option, rest right elbow on the right knee or in front. Option, extend that right hand to the front of your mat. So we're reaching like we're holding a ball in front of us. 3 options, dealer's choice. Take one more deep breath in and out. Now on your inhale, torso is gonna come upright. We're gonna lengthen the front leg. Coming into Trikonasana, pitch those hips over towards the back of the mat. Reach as far as you can. Once you can't do anything else, drop the right hand down, left hand reaches up to the sky, or hand to hip. See if you can dial the left shoulder back. Good, now breathe into the space you've created. Where are the triangles? Between the legs, maybe between that right hand, right arm, and the legs. Push into your feet, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, torso comes up. Now, as that torso comes up, soften the right knee. We're going to shift forward, Arda Chandrasana. So, we're doing a lot of the similar positions week to week, expanding the pathway in which we find these positions. So you can bring that right hand down to a block, a water bottle. You can use your leg. Imagine that left hip is being lifted up by a string. Gaze can look straight down to find a little bit more of a connection, or up to the sky if you feel like you're like, whew, ready for the weird. Take one more deep breath in. Now on your exhale, we're going to slowly plant the left foot to the back of the mat, straighten both legs and dial all toes to the left side. Interlace the hands behind the back. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, hinge forward, wide-legged forward fold. Those hands could stay at the lower back or reach all the way up towards the ceiling. I want your gaze to be looking between those legs. I want you to hug those shoulder blades in towards each other. Soften the jaw. Take a deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, maybe release those arms down to the ground. If you want to do some twists, we're going to stay here for about 6 breaths, or side to side lunges, or an inversion. You do you, boo. We'll find just another breath. From this position, let's toe heel the feet together once or twice, and we're going to roll up into our goddess pose. So the toes are facing outward, heels are coming in, and we're dropping those hips down. Weight should be in the heels, so maybe you imagine that you're leaning back against a wall, and you can look at yourself in the mirror. Maybe we adjust because what I said doesn't feel good on the body. We adjust. What feels right for you? Sink down deeper. Maybe that's not it, but maybe we try it anyway. Sink down deeper. Maybe you lift those toes a little bit, relax the clenching of them, sink down deeper. Relax the shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't pop up. We are not a jack in the box. Slow. Embrace it. Embrace. As you come up, squeeze those quads, squeeze the glutes. Find that moment of like, oh, thank goodness. And now we're going to let our toes face the front of the mat. Okay? Hands are going to come to hips at the beginning. We're actually going to come into our standing half split. So we want to soften that right leg. I want you to hinge forward at the beginning, like we're coming into Parashvattanasana, pyramid pose, and then drop your hands to frame that right leg. As the weight shifts to that right foot, let the left leg, check this out, let it just float up to the sky. Like you have a balloon tied to the back of the heel. And the balloon is made out of helium rather than lead. And it's just lifting up. Lifting up. Give yourself A deep breath in and out. Okay, we're gonna do something weird. Are you ready? Bend both of your knees, but bring that left knee behind the right. Continue that left knee down towards the ground. Yeah, so it should look like we're like in a weird kneeling position, and then drop down onto your glutes. Kind of do it. And then we cross, if we can, that right leg to the left of the left. If that doesn't work, keep it on the same side. It's all good. Now take that left arm, reach it up to the sky. You have two options. Grab onto that right leg or cross to the right of the right. Bring right hand behind the back and twist to the right. Lots of rights and lefts here, right? Correct. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, let's slowly come back to center just for 2 breaths. With this cross, roll onto your back just for 2 breaths. Now we're in supported Gomukhasana. Hug those legs in towards the chest, grab on to opposite ankles. Take a deep breath in and out. And one more deep breath in and out. Okay, we have to get back up. So this is what we're gonna do. Release your hands from your legs and uncross the right leg from the left. Still have it at that 90-degree angle because that's what we're gonna bring our weight towards as we roll up. Arms extend back, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're gonna use those arms, propel forward, roll onto that right foot. Hands down, maybe left leg lifts. Kinda. I'm gonna tell you, it's so important to learn how to get up. Do you know what I mean? I practice this in a lot of my classes, you know, even for like personal training, stuff like that. It's good to be able to just get up. And then slowly release that left foot next to the right. We learn to manipulate our bodies in a healthy way. Inhale, roll up to standing, circle, sweep arms up. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, sink into our chair. Inhale, sweep those arms forward. And then exhale, stand up, draw those elbows back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, arms sweep forward. I always like a little embellishment. It's all good if you don't. Exhale, stand up tall, draw those elbows in. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, chair. Hands, inhale, sweep them forward. Exhale, draw those elbows in, stand up tall, inhale, sweep up. This time, exhale, hinge down through the center, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Good, exhale, release down. Bring your feet to the back of your mat, come into your plank. Optional flow. So we can meet in down dog, or if you want to shift forward, inhale, exhale, high plank, low plank. Shoulders stay above those elbows. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. And out. All right, feet together at the back of your mat in down dog. Inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, stack left hip on top of right. Maybe lift up that left hip a little higher, so come onto the tippy toes of the right. See what that feels like. On your next inhale, come back to neutral and extend that left leg up to the sky. On your exhale, let's step that foot towards the front of your mat. Slowly roll up, coming into our crescent lunge. Arms sweep up to the sky. They can come up as high as it feels comfortable or as low as you need, okay? Now, on your next exhale, you're gonna cross the hands left of left. We're all the way back here. Inhale up. And then exhale, lift that right knee. Hands go to right of right. Inhale up, step that right foot back. And exhale, cross left of left. Inhale up. And exhale, cross right of right. Inhale up. Exhale, cross left of left. Inhale up. And exhale, cross right of right. So you might go faster. Or you might go slower. And if the pattern gets creative, listen, how often in a dance do we ever follow the right moves? I could be doing, the electric slide and I'm still taking a step forward when they say step back. We make it part of the dance. Let's go for 10 seconds more. For our last 5, 4, 3, 2, we'll all end with that right foot back. Now let's bend those elbows, bring hands right in front. We're gonna do that around the world, which is our head. So the hands are gonna go over to the left, sweep back behind, brush the brow, sweep it forward on the right side. This is really good for your shoulders. Mobility in our shoulders is so important. Good, let's go for 3 more times. Get the hair messy or not. It's all good. And then last one, circle. Okay. Now, arms reach up, feel the whole broadening of this position. Exhale, hands float down, broaden that chest. 2 different positions. Shift forward. As you do, lift that right leg up behind you, toe down, right hip roots down as well. Good, take a deep breath in. On your next exhale, we're gonna drop that right foot to the back of the mat and open up warrior 2. So in our warrior 2 position, see if you can get those left toes facing forward. Now, if you find that left knee and toes don't want to face forward, draw the right toes in a little bit. So there's nothing that says it has to be open 90 degrees. Shift to make it work for your body. Gorgeous. Protect those knees at all costs. Now take that left arm, inhale, reach it up to the sky. Option 1, it's straight. Option 2, it's behind the back of the head. And you're ready for your selfie. Here I am, world. This is me. Sweating. Real. On your next inhale, let's come back to warrior 2. Now on your exhale, drop that left elbow down towards the thigh. That right arm can reach towards the front of your mat. Option 1, left arm resting in front or on top of the left knee. Option 2, extend that left arm forward. Maybe that feels awesome. Press into the feet, tuck the pelvis, inhale, torso is gonna come upright. Now straighten that front leg, Trikonasana, pitch the hips over to the right. You're gonna let that torso reach as far as it can towards the front of your mat, and then dial left hand down, right hand on hip or up to the sky. See if you can lean your whole back a little bit, which means if it feels uncomfortable in this position, come up a little higher. We don't have to touch the ground to find our happy place. Relax the jaw, tuck the pelvis, inhale, torso comes upright. As we come upright, let those left toes face the right side. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, hinge through the center, forward fold. As we find our forward fold, you might shift the weight side to side, shake out the head yes and no. Find what feels right for you in this forward fold. Let the body relax. So you have two options. You could stay in this forward fold and experiment, or we could find an inversion of crow from this position. So we're still facing the side of the mat. If you are like a person that's like, I have to do it in a particular way, you do what feels right for you, okay? We are going to toe heel the feet together a few times. And we're gonna bring the palms of our hands down to the mat if you wanna practice crow. Draw those elbows back and let the knees rest on top of the back of the arms or to the sides and squeeze in. Gaze looks forward as you lift one foot and then the other. And look forward wherever you are. Yeah, nice. Good, take a deep breath in and out. And one more deep breath in and out. And we'll land our crow. We'll let those hips lift up. And then we'll bend those knees and we'll roll up to standing. Once we come up to standing, just let the torso rock a little bit side to side before we find our standing split and our rolling action. Okay. Now let's come to center. Let's let the toes face the front of our mat. So they're going to the left. Sweep the arms up. We did it from hips the last time. We're trying something new. Exhale, hinge down through the center and plant the hands to the front or next to that left leg. And then as you shift the weight to the left leg, reach that right leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. And out. Now bend both knees, bringing that right behind the left. Continue to bend the left knee and drop the right shin down on the mat. Sink down onto your hips. All right, Erin. Dang it. Hug onto those legs. And we are going to reach the arms up to the sky. Option to grab right arm onto that left knee or in front. Oh, that will be creative to get into it. But we can do it. We can do it. Lynn, did you laugh? Good. Take a deep breath in right here. And out. Slowly come back to center. Now keep this cross, come back onto your back. Just 2 breaths right here. So as we roll onto our back, hug those legs into the chest, supported Gomukhasana just for 2 breaths. Just see what it feels like. You should feel a lot of opening within that left glute. 1 more breath. Now unhook the hands, unhook that left foot. That's going to be the one that lands on the ground. Okay? Arms extend back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll forward. Use your core strength. Roll onto that left foot. Now, just for funskies, we're going to find our Arda Chandrasana from this position. And if you have to kind of come up to reestablish yourself, just so we get that even positioning. Oh, Lynn, switch the side. Left foot down, right leg lifted. Unless you switched it the last time, just, okay. Good, okay, slowly. Now I won't have nightmares tonight. Release that right foot next to the left, forward fold. Bend those knees, roll up to standing, circle, sweep arms up, and exhale, hands come to our heart space. Okay, we're gonna take ourselves and we're gonna turn ourselves to the back of the mat, and we're gonna let toes open, heels come in. Yep, turn yourself away from me. If you're at home and you're listening, you could stay at the front of your mat. And then we're gonna find Malasana or Garland pose. So sink those hips down, knees open to the wide sides. 2 breaths right here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. 1 more breath. We're gonna make our way onto our glutes. So you can use one hand or the other. Notice if you always use one side, see if you can switch. And then drop down onto your tail feathers. Soles of the feet are gonna come together in this position. Coming into Baddha Konasana, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, hinge the torso towards the legs. Yeah. And just pause here. Just notice a resistance. Notice the way the body feels. Is there ways that you can coax a little bit of softening into the body? Internally, I have these conversations. And I shift and I go, you can soften. It's a practice, it's not a final masterpiece. Give yourself 1 more breath. We'll slowly lift to come up. Let the knees come up for the ride. And then slowly release onto your backs. Lowering down onto your back, adjust. You can hug those knees in towards the chest, give them a squeeze, let them rock and roll a few times. Bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. Let both knees drop open towards the right side. And then let them lift and drop them over to the left. Just a little windshield wipering of those knees. Let the knees lift. Now we are going to take and bring both of our knees in towards each other. So the feet open to the wide sides of the mat, knees come in. This is an internal rotation of the hips. So if you ever find yourself having some tenderness within the lower back, this is a beautiful position to get in to relax the tension in the lower back. Let the knees separate. Cross a right ankle on top of the left. Now hug those legs into the chest, keeping the cross. Or not. My answer for everything is always, or not. Or not. Give yourself a deep breath in. And out. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. What is the conversation we have with ourselves? Is it an argument? Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a child, with kindness and love. Relax that left foot down. And we'll just switch to the other side. Bringing left ankle on top of the right thigh. And then hugging those legs into the chest if that feels right for you. And maybe there's even some rocking and rolling side to side in this position. And then slowly releasing the cross. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. And if there was any other positions or things that you feel might complete the practice for today, I encourage you to do that. Happy baby. Anything that might feel right for you. We'll take a breath or two to see what feels right for you. And we'll slowly take our time as we make our way into our rest, into our Shavasana. Just letting the body relax, letting the breath be at ease. There is peace here, where the river widens to meet the sea. The rapids are past. The boulders and the rocky places at last give way to a broad and sweeping current flowing slowly into vastness. The river moves silently. It tastes the salty tide that marks its demise and slips without a backwards glance into the ocean's infinite embrace. Estuary by Donna Falds. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. And slowly let the breath grow. And you can take your time to continue to breathe deeply, maybe to find some movement or to stay as you are. And if you choose, you can stay as you are, or you can roll over onto one side or the other. and either staying where you are or letting your body come up into a seated position. Hands at the third eye, hands at heart space. May we bow to each other in this space that we have here. May we bow to ourselves for our inner strength, our inner compassion, our gratitude, and our love. May we find ways to turn our face towards the sun. May we honor the shadows behind us. May we find grace. May we find patience. May we find love. Thank you so much for joining me here today, for showing up as you are and being who you are. All that I am bows to all that is within you. Namaste.